Hello camping people and welcome to Warrior Camping. Now today I've had a lovely morning up the boot fair, I've had a good mooch round and now I'm back and it's curry time. So I've got my stoves loaded, some paprika, some curry powder, some chilli flakes, half a can of coconut milk, my little cup is full of rice or 3/4 full of rice, got some chicken. There's some baby corn in there, some Spanish chorizo, some Mons too, onion and a little bit of garlic. So let's fire up the old one Tigress stove, get him into action and let's get on with some Indian cooking, Bushcraft style. So yeah, been looking forward to my curry. I had a Thai curry last night, so I've got the other half a can of the milk and the rest of the bits with me. I used half the chicken yesterday, got half for today. So I've done a Thai curry yesterday, which will go on the channel. And then today I'm doing like a normal curry and I'm going to put a bit of chorizo sausage in it as well. So I'm just chopping up some onion, doing it nice big chunks, that's all I'm doing. I'm not chopping it up fine for this one. This one will be nice and tasty with big old chunks of onion in it. So just chucking them in there. And get the onion all frying down because it'll probably take the longest out of anything to cook. The onion will take the longest. And I've got a little clove of garlic, so I'm just going to chop that up small and then throw that in and get that frying down so all its lovely garlic flavour comes out into everything I put in the wok. So that's it, chop the garlic up nice and small. That'd be enough garlic. You can add a load of garlic. If you really want it strong and tasting the garlic, then just add a load of it. But that is enough garlic for me. I prefer the curry taste with just a backgroundy hint of garlic, not overpowered with the garlic. But if you love the garlic, load it up with the garlic. So the onions and garlic are cooking away all nice. I've got some baby corn as well that I'm going to chuck in here. So I'll get that in quite early doors because that takes a while to soften up and that when you're frying it. So I shall get the old baby corn going in there. As you can see there, I've got Tesco's finest chorizo. That's a nice one, that is, the old chorizo sausage, Tesco's finest. It's not very expensive and it's a really tasty one. Works well in these curries. Just put a little bit in it and give you a ton of flavour out of it. So I'm just going to chop the corn up. Chop that up, lovely, get into little tiny bits and do the corn so it all softens up nice. And it works well in these curries, the baby corn. If it's something you don't normally put in a curry, try it because it really is tasty in a curry when it softens right up. And it takes on all the lovely curry flavour, so it does taste really nice fried up in a curry. Let's give that a little stir around. Chop me massive bit of onions up a bit if I can get them to break. Stir that round, get that lot cooking, because like the corn, it will take a little bit of a while to soften up when it's fried like this, because I'm not boiled it or anything, that is just straight in there frying down. And it will sort of fry up and cook, and then when you sort of cook it in the milk, it'll soften up a bit and that, the corn, so it will end up nice and tasty. It won't be like rock hard corn at the end of this. It'll be nice and soft and really tasty. With all the lovely curry flavours going through it. So I'm going to fire up the old tom shoe now and get me rice on the go. So let's kick tom shoe into life. And get me rice on the go. And it's my normal rice measurement. And you've seen me do this a load of times with the rice. 3/4 of my little 420ml pot full of rice in this 750ml pot with twice as much water to rice, and that will give me this pot full of rice at the end. Now it's saying if you've got different pots and that to me, just need to work that one out for yourself. How much rice you want to eat and how much rice your pot can take. But the main one to remember is twice as much water to rice. That is the important bit. 2 times the water to 1 times that amount of rice, and then you'll be good to go cooking lovely rice. So Tom stew's gone up lovely. Let's get the old rice on, get it cooking down. Fold out my handle, put it on there, pop the lid on, and then the old rice will be cooking away like a good un. And hopefully, if all goes well, I shall end up with some lovely white fluffy rice. If all goes wrong, I'll end up with a big burnt gloop of rice, but hopefully not. You see there, one tigress going like a good and cooking my old curry. That's how you want it. Keep the flame going good when you got the wok on there. Keep it nice and hot. Near the end, when I get the old milk and that going in there, I'll try and get them flames to calm down a little bit, so it's only like simmering away. But at the minute when it's doing the onion, the corn and all that, I want it a little bit blazing, the old one tigress. So I'll just give that a little stir around, and as you can see, the old corn's cooking and browning up lovely. Looking nice, smelling nice, and all that corn, onion and garlic. It is smelling really tasty. So now the rice is on and that lot's cooking a bit. Let's get me old chicken in there. Get the chicken cooking down nicely. You don't have to make this with chicken. You could make this with any meat you've got. Beef, pork. You could even do it with prawns, or you could add a few potatoes and a few other vegetables and just do like a vegetable curry, which I do sometimes, because I get like a load of vegetables off the bloke next door sometimes, and then I do vegetable curries, which is still really nice and tasty, the old vegetable curry. So just get a few more big twigs going into one tigress, keep him going. Tom show's going like a good un. It's all going well so far, my curry. And you could like put loads of different stuff in this, different herbs and spices and all that. But all I've got with me is them three: paprika, chili flakes and curry powder, because I had them indoors. I didn't go and buy nothing special to do this. I had them three in the cupboard indoors, so I was like, right, I'll take them, do a curry. And them three, they are enough to make a good curry, especially put a bit of garlic in there frying away, and then paprika, curry powder and chili flakes. That is really all you need. So this is like a basic sort of curry, but it will be really, really tasty. And then Bosch, them chili flakes, they are hot. So you don't need a lot of them in there. Well, I don't put that much of them in there. They're really hot, them little flakes, for some reason. I don't know what the chilies are that are in that little pot chopped up, but they are really hot. So I reckon they're like Scotch bonnets or naggers or something like that. They're not like a mellow chili. Them little flakes have got a proper kick. So I'm not going to be putting tons of them in there. There you have it, the Boss chili flakes. Yeah, they are a hot flake, so I'm not going to put load in there. But what I tend to do, because I find it does give a better, like, flavour, is keep adding bits to it. Keep putting more chilli in it. Keep putting more curry powder in it. Put more paprika in it. If you load it all in now, I don't know, it's not as good, I don't think. I think you're better off to put, like, a little bit in now, and sort of cook it for a bit, and then add a bit more, and then add a bit more, and like build it up. It sort of might not make a lot of difference, but when I've like done it like this, I do really think you get a bit of better flavour by doing it a little bit at a time. Keep building it up. So I've got a bit of the old chorizo there. I ate half of that last night in the tent. I was munching on the chorizo because I do like it. I'd eaten other stuff. I had some Bakewell tarts and that with me. I'd ate all them. And then like, when it was late, I was thinking, I just kept thinking, I've got chorizo in that pot. So out it come and I was munching it because I do like the old chorizo. So yeah, I ate a load of it last night. I always use this chorizo, I always buy it. It's something I've always got indoors, chorizo sausage, because I really like it, especially with cheese and biscuits and that. Cheese, biscuits and bits of this chorizo sausage, yeah, that's a lovely little snack munch. So that's all I'm going to do. That's enough really, just to add some flavour to it. You don't need to add a ton of that in now, because it'll just like cook through and it'll just get all that nice little chorizo flavour going on in there. It will add a little bit of flavour, it will taste nicer. Or for me, you might not like the chorizo, then don't put it in. But like for me, I think it does taste a little bit nicer if I just put a little bit of chorizo in like that. I've done it where I put a load more chorizo in, and then you're sort of losing the curry flavour a bit and overpowering it with the chorizo. You might as well not have made a curry. You might as well have done this, what I've done so far. Just put like a ton of chorizo in there and just have it chorizo flavour, which is still really nice, but it's not a curry, is it? And today I'm making curry. So I've got Mons 2, I'm going to throw that in. Nice bit of Mons 2. Now the old Mons 2 chopped up like this, bunged in a curry, works really well. It's another one. I know it's a bit like strange to chuck Mons 2 in a curry, but it works really well. So I always do it. So when we put the Mons 2 in, this is warrior style curry with the Mons 2 and the baby corn, because this would be a bit of a weird one to most people, isn't it? Most people are not making a curry and chucking these two in here, but this would be a really nice curry. And I had a load of this Mons 2 and corn, so I always use what I've got, and this is what I've got. And it's something I've done before a lot, so I know this is really tasty. So you should give it a try. Baby corn and Mons 2 in the curry. Really, really tasty. So I just stir that in. You don't really want to overcook the Mons 2 too much, because it'll turn to mush. If you put that in too early, it'll turn to mush. You want to add it like now. And then when you eat it, still have a little bit of crunch to it. Although it's cooked nice, it'll still have a bit of like crunch to it. So just get some old curry flavour going on in there. Put some curry powder in there. Because that, like the first lot I've done here, the chicken would just absorb all this lot and start like just giving the chicken nice flavour and the corn and that and the onions. So I chuck some old paprika in there. Nice old paprika. Put some of that in there. Stir it round. And there you go, they started cooking away lovely, and they're smelling even better now that I'm getting that old curry flavour going on in there, getting them old curry smells going. So I put some more of the old Boss chilli flakes in, but like I said, I'm not going to add a ton of these, because they are really hot, these chilli flakes. So I don't know what chilli flakes you're going to have, or you could use fresh chillies, innit? Chop up fresh chillies and bung them in now. I didn't have none, so I would have done that. I just bought this little jar out because I had it indoors. If I didn't have that little jar of flakes, I would have bought some fresh chillies walking up here to do it. But as I had that little jar, it's good, that little jar, because it's red hot anyway. It's nice flavoured chilli and gives it a nice bit of heat. I'm not one that's going to have this curry super blow your head off hot, because I don't really like them like that. I think they just taste hot and you lose the nice curry flavour. But I will have it so it's got a bit of a kick to it. Like some people will eat a curry I made and go, God, that's so hot. And then other people will eat a curry I made and go, yeah, that's really nice. Bit mild though, innit? They want it hotter. So I think I'm somewhere like in the middle. I can take a bit of heat. I can eat the hot ones, but to me, them really hot ones, they don't taste as nice. All they do is taste hot. And I don't really do that. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I think, right, I'm going to do a boomer. Especially if I've got all naan breads and that with it. I think, right, I'm going to really fire this curry up hot. So I will do some hot ones on the channel, especially more winter time. It's like red hot today, so the last thing you want on a red hot day is a red hot curry. You will be sweating your pants off. Or I would, but some of you out there probably love the curries red hot and then you don't sweat your pants off. But like for me, a red hot curry a day is not saying I'm going to cook myself. This will still be quite hot, this curry. This ain't going to be like a mild kuma. This will have a kick to it because them chili flakes are hot. So you will taste that this has got chili in it. You really will. So I've just put a bit more paprika in now. You could use the cayenne pepper, that'd work well in here, but I didn't have none of that indoors. Else I would have added cayenne pepper to this as well if I had it indoors. I would have, but I didn't have none. I'll have to get myself a new pot of the old cayenne pepper because I've run out. I thought I had some, but then I looked through the cupboard, I couldn't find it. I thought I must have used it all and forgot to buy a new one when I went shopping, because I've normally always got the cayenne pepper indoors, but today I didn't have it. Or yesterday when I was getting my stuff ready. So there you go, that's looking nice, the old curry, smelling nice. You can smell the old paprika and that cooking away, all the bits. Got a little garlicky smell going on. Yeah, really, really tasty. 'Cause I do like the old curries. And they are a good one to cook like this, because they are a bit one pot cooking, alright. You got to do something else with your, like, rice. But you could easily, like, get your Twig stove going or your gas stove and do this curry bit like I'm doing and just do the rice on a little trangia. Trangia would do that rice, no trouble. Or you could, if you had a big pot with you, with like a good lid in it, you could like cook the curry, especially on a day like today when it's warm, cook the curry, chuck it in a pot, put the lid on, maybe put like a t-shirt or something over it to like just insulate it a little bit, and then do the rice on your stove. So if you've only got one stove, do the curry first, then do your rice afterwards, and the curry would stay nice and warm. If you got it in a pot and just wrap a t-shirt round it or whatever you got with you, just wrap something round it, it would stay hot. I wouldn't do the rice first and then do the curry, because the rice would go a bit gloopy and sticking together if it's sitting for too long. So I think if you're going to do it and you've only got one stove, do the curry first, then your rice. Well, that's how I do it. It's up to you. Do it any way you like, but that's how I do it. But I'm just used to doing it with 2 Twig stoves. I've always got 2 Twig stoves with me. I always keep 2 Twig stoves in my rucksack. Because like this, if I was out somewhere, I could be cooking myself some burgers and all that, and making myself a coffee at the same time, or doing whatever. And it's just, if you're loading up one Twig stove and firing it up, it's just as easy to load another one up, and then it gives you the 2 stoves. So there you go, I've got Island Sun coconut milk. Now there ain't nothing fancy about this. I think all the coconut milks are pretty much the same, but this one was on special offer in the supermarket, so I do love a bargain, so I went for the Island Sun. But I do think that coconut milk is just coconut milk, innit? So it don't matter what one you get. So I've chucked that in. So what I was saying, like, I put a bit more paprika in now. What I was saying, like, is like using 2 Twig stoves. I've always done it. So if you're doing one, it's just as easy to look at 2. And these titanium ones are only light, so you can carry a pair of these round together, no problem. And like, does give you a lot more options when you've got like 2 stoves, because you can just cook stuff at the same time, rather than cooking one thing, trying to keep it warm while you were cooking something else. I do even sometimes use 3 stoves or 4 stoves if I was doing a big dinner and that. If like, when Jess comes up here camping, I might even do that. I'll do some proper dinners where I'll get 3 stoves on the go and all that. Yeah, it's good fun doing that. Get 3 Twig stoves fired up, or a couple of Twiggies and a gas stove, or a Trangia, something like that. So you can do it like, I used to do it years ago when I didn't have loads of Twig stoves. I used a lot, a Twig stove and a Trangia. That's just how I cooked a lot. Twig stove and a trangia. And then I did use the gas stove bit because it's very easy, the gas stove, isn't it? You just fire it up and away you go. So yeah, I've done a lot of cooking with all the different stoves. But now, like, how I am now, more than anything, I use 2 Twig stoves. That is my, like, go-to cooking system. 2 Twig stoves. I just love using it, and I find it easy because I've done it for so many years. I just keep an eye on them. But when you got 2 on the go, quite often one of them will go out because you are concentrating on the other one, doing something in your pan, and you do forget all about the other one. So you just have to keep your eye on them both. So there you go, the old curry's cooking lovely. So just putting a few more twigs into Tom's shoe, keep him going, because I mentioned about him going out, and look, Tom's shoe's not far off going out, really. Need to get some more twigs loaded in her. And that is where, like, the gas stove comes into its own, don't it? Because you haven't got none of this, like, going out and keep babysitting your stoves and all that. With the gas stove, as long as you've got gas in that bottle, that stove will keep going, no problem. So it is an easier way to cook. I do understand why people like the gas stoves, because it is easier to cook and you have got more control over it. Like with the gas stove, when it was all cooked, I'd have the gas stove blazing hot. Once it was all cooked and I put that milk in there, I'd wean the gas stove down a bit so it ain't, like, on such a big heat. But I've sort of done it with a twig stove. Look, there's not that much heat in that now. Not compared to how it was going earlier. But with the twig stoves, it's harder to do. You really have to, like, master these twig stoves. I'm not saying I'm a twig stove master, but I just have used them for a very long time. So I kind of know how to juggle about with them and that, and I really enjoy using the twig stove, so that's why I've used them so much. I love the fact that you never pay for fuel. The fuel is always free and the fuel is always everywhere, so that's why I like the old twig stoves. They are a good one to get in the hang of using, get in the habit of using twig stoves. If you haven't got one, buy yourself one and see how you get on with it. They're not a lot of money. This one Tigra's on special on Amazon now and again. It's like 30 quid. And that is the titanium one. And that Tom show, I got that on special not that long ago. 20 quid. And that's titanium Tom show. Both of these are very good stoves. So if you haven't got one, it's not a lot of money, is it? 20 quid. And get one and see how you get on with it. And if you like it, you'll get that 20 quid back, because you don't need to do a lot of cooking with a gas stove to go through 20 quid's worth of gas. So one of these stoves, if you use it for 6 months or whatever, it will pay you back, because then you haven't bought no gas for your gas stove. Which is good, ain't it? Because everyone loves free stuff, innit? So happy days. With the twig stove, you get free fuel for life. And don't become one of them people that make me ill. The people I watch on the YouTube and that, they got their channels, and you watch them. When they fire up the twig stove, them twigs they've got, they are the twigs that they've bought from the supermarket or the garage, them little bits of wood that are like a load of money, and it just makes me ill watching that. I think, oh mate, just go and collect some. What is wrong with you? Can't you be bothered to bend down and pick stuff up? Or have you just got so much money that you really don't care how you waste it? Yeah, them people, they really make me ill. 'Cause the best thing about a twig stove is the free fuel. If you're buying fuel for 'em, you might as well use the gas stove because it is easier. So them people are missing the whole point of owning a twig stove. So yeah, like I said earlier, oh, that rice, look at the rice, that ain't far off done, the old rice. It's got a tiny bit of water still going in it, but that ain't far off done. I just keep an eye on that rice now, because all of a sudden there's no water left in that, the rice start burning. And you don't want that. No one wants burnt old rice. You need to get it off while there's still just a tiny bit of water in it, and then you are good to go. So what I was saying earlier, I was up the boot fair today, up there this morning. I was up there right early this morning. I was at the boot fair before 7 o'clock. So I was one of the early birds at the boot fair today, on the hunt for a tent to do on the channel, because I'm trying to find one every week. So I was up there early today, mooching about like you do, and then I've been there a little while, only about 20 minutes, something like that, and I'm like walking along, woman on a stall, looked under the stall, I thought, right, that looks like a tent, biggish bag, like a browny green coloured bag. I'm like, right, is that a tent? So I went to the woman, excuse me love, is there a tent in that bag? She went, well, sort of, it's sort of a tent, it's a fishing tent. I went, oh, a fishing tent, do you mean a fishing bivvy? She went, oh, I'm not sure. She said, but it is a fishing tent and it's quite big. So I thought, oh, I don't really want like a big fishing bivvy. So I had a little look in the bag. It did look nice condition. So I went to, how much are you asking for it? She went, for that I want £25. So I went, oh, okay, thank you, and I just wandered off on my merry old way, having the hunt, because I thought, I'm not paying 25 quid for a big fishing bivvy. I don't even really want a big fishing bivvy, and I'm bound to find something better. So off I went on my merry old way, on the hunt for the tent. But I walked round the whole boot fair. I'd done all of it, really hunting. I did not find anything else there. Nothing. There really was slim pickings today. There was no tents there at all. Apart from, same again, right near the end of the boat there, was the big massive tent that was so heavy I didn't want it. And that tent has been there for 3 weeks now, so no one wants it. I don't know how much the bloke is asking for it, but no one has bought that tent. I think it's been there 3 weeks now, maybe even 4 weeks. Big, massive tent. It's all like hanging out the bag, and I have picked it up. It weighs an absolute ton. So I found that. I thought, I don't want that. I thought, oh, no tent this week. I thought, oh, I really want to get a tent. I don't want to go without a tent this week, because every week since doing the channel, I have been finding a tent, so I want to keep that going. So I thought, right, if I want to keep it going, I'm going to have to go back, find the fishing bivvy, hopefully it's still there, and try and get it. So I'm just having a little swig of my beer, because it's rude not to while you've got curry going, ain't it? Got to have beer and curry. One doesn't work without the other. So yeah, I thought I'm going to have to go back, and although I don't want to pay 25 quid for a tent, I might get it for 20 quid, and at least it gives me a tent to do on the channel, and you never know, it might be alright. And if it is a nice big fishing bivvy, if it's alright, I've got quite a lot of friends, they love fishing, they all go all the time, so I thought, if I get something and it ain't nothing I want, I can always sell it on to them and get me 20 quid back or me 25 quid. So I thought, right, let's go and find the woman and try and get the bivvy cheap. So as you can see there, that rice is done really. I'm going to take that off now. Just put the lid on it, stand it on the ground, put the lid on, just leave it for a minute, and whatever water is still left in there, the rice will absorb all that. So then that'll be nice. Any more than that, the rice will start burning. So rice is done. Happy days. So yeah, thought I'm going to have to go back, find a woman, try and have an haggle, and see if I can get the tent. If I get it for 20 quid, I've got fishing baits, I might be able to sell it on to them. As long as it's good, because the old fishing bivvies are a ton of money, aren't they? Compared to a tent, they're expensive, and they are just a tent after all. I've never understood why they are so much money, the bivvies, compared to a tent. So as you can see there, the curry's simmering away nice, and the old sauce is thickening up like a good one. That is what you want, nice old curry sauce going on. So yeah, I went back trying to find a woman, and because I didn't want that tent, I hadn't paid no attention to where it was. So I'm hunting round, then all of a sudden I thought, right, there's that woman now. I thought, I hope the tent's out. So when I got back, I was like, alright mate, how much is your tent? She went, oh, you can have that for 20 quid. So she'd already dropped a fiver. So I went, will you take a tenner for it? She went, no, I'm not taking a tenner. I'll meet you in the middle. £15 you can have that for. So boom, I bought the fishing bivvy or the tent. We don't know what it is yet. So I bought that, £15. So happy days, I had the tent in me rucksack. Because I didn't find no others. I did find a couple of other little bits, so I'll do this week's boot fair bargains with the other bits I found. And I will do the tent and see what it is. Is it a bivvy or is it a tent? We shall find out on the channel when I do it, because I haven't looked at it yet. So there you go, the rice has come out lovely. Come out good. So let's get the last bit of the rice out of it. A little tiny bit has stuck to the bottom of the pot, but no problem. I just scoop that out. So there you go. Rice is looking lovely, and it ain't stuck in there much, just a little bit. So there you go. Rice is good to go. That's nice rice. That'd be really, really tasty with the rice. And as you see, I know I always say it, I didn't stir that once. Do not stir your rice. As soon as you stir it, you've ruined it. So do not touch it. Just let it do its own thing. And just get in the hang of getting it off at the right moment. And then your rice will be good 9 times out of 10. So the curry's looking good. Look, the sauce has thickened up nice. That'll be really tasty, that curry. I'm looking forward to that. Really tasty curry. I do like curry. I am a fan. I will do some more curries on the channel, and I'll get a bit better where I'm doing all like putting more herbs and spices in them and doing them a bit better. Today, this is just a quick curry. This is a beginner's curry. So yeah, this is an easy one to do, but it's still really tasty, I'll tell you. You try this one, do what I have done. This curry will be really, really, really tasty. Great one to do while you are out camping. Nice curry, because everyone likes curry, don't they? Or most people, and it's quite rare that people go, oh no, I don't like curry. Most people in the UK do love a curry, innit? We all love a curry. Curry and a beer. Everyone loves a curry and a beer. So I'm doing my normal trick and spinning the food, because it brings out all the flavour when you spin it, and it does make your food taste better. It really does work. Turn your plate a few times before you eat it. It brings out all the lovely flavours. So that curry is getting a thumbs up from me. That looks really, really tasty. That'll be a delicious camping dinner. But hang on, there's something missing. There you go, that's better. Curry and a beer. That does get a thumbs up, because that is the way to have a curry with a lovely, delicious beer. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe so you could join me again. See what I'm doing, pitching, finding or cooking. So I'm off now to eat my lovely delicious curry and drink my lovely beer with it, because one doesn't work without the other. So let's go. Curry and a beer? What a great idea.